From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
All right, we did have a couple of issues going on with some scattered, isolated, strong to severe storms in the far northeast corner of the state around the Miami area. Biggest storms by far and away, you can see going on up into portions of Nebraska and northwest Kansas. They need the rain, so I don't think they're going to be too awful upset. In our area, we've just had a few isolated pop-ups here and there. One in northwestern Arkansas, or a couple in northwest Arkansas and southwest Missouri, and then the southeast Kansas ones are dying down right now, especially the one that was in eastern Labette County. So not a ton at this particular moment. We did pulse with that severe storm, and then that has fallen apart south of Miami area. And the Chitopas one is still strong. And so again, heavy rainfall with these storms, and then you get some strong winds at 60 miles an hour or more. Down the southeast, we're still hanging on to isolated cells that are weakening very quickly. All right, so our rain chances, though, as we go forward, we're going to do this again tomorrow and then do it even bigger late Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. Then hopefully by late Friday afternoon for the high school football games, we won't have much to worry about, nor Saturday. It does go back up on Sunday, especially Sunday night into Monday. That's when the higher chance of rain and thunderstorms occur. But to get us into the weekend, we have a game on Friday night, and that's OSU and Tulsa. And that goes for the high school games as well. There's going to be isolated thunderstorm chances all across northeast Oklahoma, and that includes out at Stillwater. They should die down as the evening progresses. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s, and that pretty much covers all of us. Don't forget Sooner football as well coming up on Saturday, so we get to watch them all, the big three. Temperatures will be in the 80s in the afternoon, though. Very warm, a little bit on the humid side, and we do have a pop-up isolated thunderstorm chance for those games, so be advised. All right, here's a look from out of Bartlesville today to give you an idea of how that just all went. We saw the bubbling going on, so that means there's some unstable air, and it's just enough that it created a few isolated thunderstorms that ended up popping up, and you see that kind of blew up, and it just fell apart overall. So that was kind of the way the day went. Just a few areas ending up having that. Right now we're severe clear to partly sunny, and we're talking about still extremely warm weather. Tree and pollen issues still going strong. Ragweed is ugly at this point, and I was trying to chop down that ragweed today and brush hog it down, and I'll tell you what, I was like trying not to breathe that. Now we also have to worry about ozone, because that's another thing you don't want to be breathing. On the north side of town, we have very unhealthy air. We don't go into this range very often, but we knew we were close just because this time of year that'll happen, and we are well into the unhealthy, and for some, and then it gets into the real unhealthy once we get to 150. So we're high enough that if you do have any breathing issues for the next few hours, might be a good idea to stay in if you can on the north side or air-conditioned building. Temperature at 92 right now, so it's hot, but it's not horrible. It's not like a heat index of 105 or something, but it is definitely still summer. And officially fall arrives as we get on into the time period for Monday. But to get there, we have to see what's happening, and the way you do have tomorrow morning quiet, upper 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, isolated pop-up thunderstorms again. Generally, one more summer day in the low 90s, and then those should die down again as we go on into tomorrow night. So the bigger rain timeline is looking for the better chance of showers and storms for developing late tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll have that off and on as we go through the weekend. So a slight chance on Saturday, a little bit better chance Sunday. Best chance would be Sunday night into Monday, and here comes fall. And you can see temperatures will be in the 80s instead of the 90s. So we just get through tomorrow, and then pretty much it's going to start feeling more like it should, kind of like it did about a week ago when we had those cooler nights and we had temperatures in the 60s at night. We're having those now, but unfortunately the humidity value is still high, so the muggies are still hanging in there a little bit.
A little bit indeed. All right, thanks,
All right.
Travis.